Welcome back to my channel. New York City. The Big Apple, the city that never sleeps. But maybe it should. Look, I get it. For years we've been bombarded with images of NYC as a magical wonderland where dreams come true. While NYC is a dream destination for many, today, we're peeling back the Instagram filter and exposing the harsh reality. From eye-watering prices to bizarre encounters, here are the top 15 reasons you might want to avoid New York City. Buckle up, this is going to be a wild ride. You want a shoebox apartment the size of a walk-in closet for $3,500 a month? Welcome to New York City. The cost of living here is, to put it mildly, absolutely insane. Food, rent, transportation, it's all outrageously expensive. Seriously, you could rent a castle in some parts of the country for the price of a studio apartment in the East Village. It's a cutthroat world out there, folks, and the only thing sharper than the elbows you'll need to survive it is the realization that you just spent your entire paycheck on a tiny, cockroach-infested apartment. Think you'll get somewhere fast in the city that never sleeps? Traffic in NYC is a contact sport, a delicate ballet of honking horns, aggressive lane changes, and the occasional near-death experience. Whether you're crammed into a taxi, stuck in an Uber, or driving yourself, one thing's for sure, you'll spend more time stuck in traffic than actually enjoying the city. You could literally walk faster and you'd probably get into fewer fender benders. The New York City subway system, a testament to human resilience and the sheer will to get from point A to point B without completely losing your mind. It's a magical underground world filled with questionable smells and even more questionable characters. Where else can you witness a mariachi band, a breakdancing troupe, and a heated political debate all in the span of one commute? But hey, at least when the subway's delayed, and it will be, you'll have plenty of time to soak in the ambiance. If personal space is your thing, avoid Times Square at all costs. Actually, scratch that. Avoid New York City altogether. This city is all about crowds, shoulder-to-shoulder, sardine can levels of human contact. Good luck if you're claustrophobic. You might want to invest in one of those full-body hamster balls. New York City weather is like a bad boyfriend. Unpredictable, extreme, and prone to leaving you feeling disappointed and slightly damp. You've got two seasons here. Winter, where the wind chill will cut through your soul, and summer, where the humidity will melt your face off. And don't even get me started on the rain. When it rains in New York City, it unleashes a biblical torrent of water that floods the streets and soaks your shoes. New York City has a very distinctive aroma. Imagine a symphony of smells, the pungent aroma of garbage, the subtle tang of urine, and a delightful potpourri of mystery odors. And just when you think it couldn't get any more potent, summer arrives, turning the city into a giant steaming cauldron of olfactory offenses. You'll be longing for the sweet, sterile scent of a hospital waiting room. If you're someone who needs peace and quiet to function, invest in some industrial-strength earplugs, because New York City never shuts up. The constant symphony of sirens, honking horns, and shouting matches is enough to drive anyone to the brink of madness. You'll find yourself longing for the sweet release of death, or at least a sensory deprivation tank. New Yorkers aren't exactly known for their warm and fuzzy demeanor. They're more like the human embodiment of a grumpy cat meme, perpetually scowling, always in a rush, and masters of the art of passive-aggressive sighing. They're just trying to survive in a city that's constantly trying to chew them up and spit them out. So if you're looking for a place where strangers will smile at you on the street, you're better off heading south. Sure, New York City might not be the crime-ridden war zone it was back in the 80s, but let's not kid ourselves. Crime still exists. Pickpockets lurk in the shadows waiting to relieve you of your valuables. Scammers prey on unsuspecting tourists, offering too good to be true deals that are, in fact, too good to be true. It's enough to make you want to wear a suit of armor every time you step outside. Tourist traps, the lifeblood of the New York City economy. They're like those carnivorous plants just waiting to lure you in with their bright lights and promises of unforgettable experiences. Want a photo with a guy dressed like a knockoff Spider-Man in Times Square? That'll be $20, please. And don't even get me started on those exclusive tour deals that promise to show you the real New York City. Amidst the glitz and glamour of New York City lies a harsh reality. A homelessness crisis that's impossible to ignore. You'll see them on the streets, huddled beneath blankets, seeking refuge in subway stations. It's a stark reminder that the American dream isn't accessible to everyone. It's a complex issue with no easy solutions, but it's something that every visitor to New York City should be aware of. Look, I'll give credit where credit is due. New York City has some damn good food, but is it worth the hype? Is it worth the exorbitant prices you'll pay for a plate of food that looks like it was plated by a blindfolded toddler? Many of the city's most famous eateries are more concerned with their Instagram aesthetic than with serving up truly delicious food. And those must-try spots that food bloggers rave about? Often they're just mediocre tourist traps. Let's just cut to the chase, shall we? New York City is a dirty, dirty city. I'm talking about garbage piled high on the sidewalks, rats scurrying through the subway tracks, and a general grime that seems to permeate every nook and cranny. You'll want to invest in some heavy-duty hand sanitizer, and maybe even a hazmat suit if you're feeling particularly squeamish. In New York City, waiting is practically a competitive sport. Want to visit the Empire State Building? Be prepared to stand in line for so long that you'll age a decade. Trying to snag a table at that trendy new restaurant? Better have a reservation, or you'll be relegated to the bar. Even getting a cup of coffee can turn into an exercise in patience as you wait behind a horde of caffeine-deprived New Yorkers. Movies and TV shows paint a glamorous picture of New York City, a magical wonderland where dreams come true and the streets are paved with gold, or at least overpriced avocado toast. But the reality, my friends, is far less glamorous. New York City is expensive, it's crowded, it's noisy, and it's not afraid to show you its gritty underbelly. It's a city that will test your patience, your sanity, and your bank account. So what do you think? Is New York City still on your bucket list, or did this list make you think twice? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more eye-opening travel content. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go find a therapist who specializes in treating people who have developed a phobia of pigeons and overpriced bagels.